Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. And tonight, we'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Los Angeles Lakers here in Staples Center. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Osman outside at 3 with Nance down the power forward spot. And it's Drummond in at the center. And for the Lakers, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Anthony Davis is out with Howard. And it's Olsen in at the point guard. Greg, it's going to be a battle of the boards tonight. You know what that's like. You played alongside some great rebounders.
No doubt about it. Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley. I mean, Brian Grant, a lot of guys that earn their living wearing that hard hat.
Now here's Howard. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Now here's Garland. Here's Drummond. And Davis sends it back. And they get it back. Now the Lakers on the break. Green inside. Defended by LeBron outside. Shot clock at 6. Green against Sexton. And Green with the basket on the assist by Davis.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Pass to Garland. And it's sent back by Howard.
Yeah, and shooters have to be cautious with Howard around. He has such long reach that he easily blocks those kinds of shots. And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on the offensive end. Establish him early.
Now, here's Garland. An 11-point game for him in the win against Denver. Oh, Nance in position. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
And getting better at distributing in the pick and roll. Sexton wants to evolve more as a passer.
It's stolen by Nance. The pass to Osman. Lets it go with a 3. Good on the three-point shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And Garland comes to help. James right side. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
A guy who's almost every award in the book. LeBron does as much for the NBA off the court as he does on it.
To the inside, Sexton. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And he lays in the alley-oop.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Garland. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's Sexton, and he banks in the layup. Sexton's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And so, Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 1. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Definitely just a tremendous battle, entertaining game, and nobody really ever had decisive control. So you always feel good about yourself when you can end up on top.
Wasted no time on one.
Nice touch on the jumper. Even at this stage in his career, LeBron's floor spacing ability continues to evolve.
Oh, here's Garland. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
In the corner. Here's Davis. Yes. Teams picking up the assist.
He could have tried to force a shot there. Instead, LeBron keeps his eyes up, finds an open teammate.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. On defense, the Lakers. Outside, Sexton. Oh, Nance in position. That one. Lakers gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Here, Davis.
The weight that 80 years now invites contact.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Now we'll go to Dave Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach J.B. Bickerstaff.
Well, Kevin asked him, what are some of your concerns? And he said, we're dealing with a team that can really light it up from the outside. Essential that we don't give them open looks from deep. Or, Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, 3 ball is a big concern for any defense.
Not much anyone can do to stop that. LeBron flexing at the rack.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Davis sends it back. And they're pushing it up. And James throws it down.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Drummond trying to get himself free. And he gets it to go.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to do your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Do you remember, Greg, if you watched the standings very much when you played?
You know, we were always aware of it, and a lot of that had to do with the goals. I remember early in my career playing for the Knicks, you know, we were trying to win championships, and we talked a lot about home court and having that come postseason time. So you were absolutely aware of where you were because of the goals you've set. But I think that also changes depending on who you are as a team. If you're a championship caliber team that's won it, and maybe you're in the midst of a dynasty run, it may not matter as much because you know how good you are and you can win no matter where the venue.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Osman, he's guarded by Davis. Shot from the low block. Nance, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And that one's good by LeBron. LeBron's got 10 points in the game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of basketball.
Outside, Sexton. From about 19 feet. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Sexton's got his 3rd basket of the night. Lakers leading by 7. Stolen away. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Here, Davis. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now, here's Garland. Pass to Nance. The shot is good. It's his 2nd bucket in 5 tries.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
And it's slammed in by Howard.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. For Los Angeles, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Some changes for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Danny Green.
And the defensive prowess of Howard is simply phenomenal. Not only a shot-blocking master, but his mere presence alone makes shooters incredibly nervous.
Now, here's Exum. The 3. Rebounded by McGee. Lakers leading by 8. Caldwell Pope outside. Passes it to Kuzma. Got a hand on it.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
The open look here for Sexton. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Sexton's got 11 points.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first 7.
Here's Olsen. 2 free throws and call the shooting foul. Los Angeles shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. The first free throw is good.
Man, they are just living at the line.
Morris is checked in for Dwight Howard. Both free throws good from Olsen.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 7-point differential. There's the feed to Thompson.
And you can't help but see the impact Thompson has the paint. On both ends of the floor, he's a rock planted near the rim. Very strong legs that help him get to so many of those rebounds.
And so Thompson nails both of them.
One thing about Thompson, he's made improvements to his body and his game each and every year.
Out to Kuzma. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's lights out. 6 points for him. Los Angeles with another miss. And with Thompson, as you said, Greg, once he's planted in the paint, good luck.
I mean, think about it. About 40% of his rebounds are on the offensive end. He just refuses to get moved or boxed out. Combine that with his hunger on that end of the floor, and you see why he's such a great rebounder.
Now, here's Exum. After the miss from Wilson. Exum with it, and McGee picks him up defensively. And the foul called on Marquise Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Outside, Sexton. Exum with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Thompson. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he's so strong in the paint.
Here's Olsen. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Bangs home the trifecta. Lights out, Scott Nye.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Caldwell Pope. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future, the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 kids, you're right.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Here's Exum. No good that time. Good work defensively by Morris. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
The Cavaliers trail by 10. Sexton the pass to Schofield. Now Thompson. 1:24 left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 6. The shot by Sexton, no good.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Thompson against Kuzma. That one good for 2.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
To the middle. Exum decides where to go with it. And that one hits back iron. Here are the Lakers with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Launches it. No good from Olsen.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Thompson finds Sexton. And here's Exum. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
He was too aggressive. That's already his second foul. We haven't even gotten out of the first quarter.
It's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And here is Los Angeles now. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Here's LeBron. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Cleveland's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. So on the floor for Cleveland, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Thompson. And it's Garland in at the 1. Now here's Drummond. A 14-point game for him in the against the Nuggets in Denver.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got 4 points this quarter.
Multi-time NBA rebound leader. Might want to think about putting a body on Drummond.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, lights out in their last game against the Thunder was outstanding. He scored 41 points and seemed to pick apart the defense all night with a ton of assists. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, that's what it means to be putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
Here's Drummond following the basket by Anthony Davis. Outside, Sexton. 4 on the clock with the shot off the left rim and out. Lakers leading by 14. LeBron drives in.
Tremendous body control. LeBron takes the hit, sinks the shot, now gets a chance to add another point to his total.
You know, something you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kev, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. Do this the most at the end of close games.
Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite.
Oh, wow!
He went high.
That was nice.
Add that one to LeBron's highlight reel. How about the creativity in midair?
The Cavaliers trail by 19. Outside, Sexton. Out to the right wing. Here's Osman, covered by LeBron. Osman kicks to Sexton. And another miss by Cleveland. Los Angeles leading by 19. Here's Howard, and it's slammed in by Howard.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Pass to Drummond. Here's Osman. James covering. Here's Osman. He has 5. And it's blocked by Olsen. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Schofield's checked in. James finds Caldwell Pope. Here's lights out. And it's sent back by Drummond.
It's amazing Drummond doesn't block more shots. He has a 9-foot standing.
6 on the shot clock. The shot's good from Olsen.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick. A shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
And here are the Cavaliers now. Now the pass to Schofield. Now Garland. Pass to Sexton. He kicks to Garland. Just 5 on the clock. To stop the run. Swiped it away. And now the fast break. LeBron with the ball. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries. And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the position in today's game.
Here's Drummond. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make. They are executing.
Sexton against Caldwell Pope.
Well, he's put up zeros for an entire quarter. Not the way you try to get back into this ball game.
Passes to Olsen. James outside. And stolen by Drummond. And here we go. Here's Sexton. Finished off the break. Sexton's got 15.
Very good anticipation. He has quick hands, and Andre snatching that one jump starts the fast break.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And really a good job of getting to the line in that first quarter. Hasn't been doing that as much here in the second.
For Los Angeles, they have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Jordan Bell's checked in for Cleveland. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
They could use a bit here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. That's good for Caldwell Pope on assist by James. James has got his 5th assist. Guy, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
And stolen by LeBron. And here again, Los Angeles in transition. Up the court they go.
The quick, powerful hands of LeBron gets the steal, gets them off in transition.
26 seconds left now here in the second. Sexton against Caldwell Pope. Now here's Sexton. He's tightly guarded. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Good. He hits the jump shot. Sexton's got 4 this quarter.
You know, we've seen this with Sexton in college, and he can get into a zone and just take over a game offensively.
And LeBron James for Los Angeles. He caused a lot of headache this defense that quarter, coming up with steals again and again. Back to the action after this word. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green out there with lights out, and it's Howard in at the 5 down low. Pass to Sexton. And they call an illegal screen here.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit this. This evens things out a bit.
A tremendous block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And that'll give them a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
LA's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Here's Olsen. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now, here's Garland. Defended by Olsen. Sexton for 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. Howard's got 6 rebounds in the game. Inside, Davis, the pass to James. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Count that one. Green's got 9 points.
For his career, more than half of Green's shots have been three-pointers, but he can also hurt you a little in the lane.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Sexton. Here's Osman. And a miss there on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
The shot's good from Olsen.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment. But the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Green against Sexton. And the shot goes in. Sexton's got 21 in the game.
And it's great to see him slashing inside with that quickness and athleticism. Boy, he is tough to contain. Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
What it was, they are getting better shots, which has gotten them into a rhythm, and they're knocking down everything.
Here's Garland. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 6.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Garland the pass to Sexton. Here's Osman. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's sent back by Howard. Yep, that one goes in there. And that's 23 points for Colin Sexton. For Los Angeles, they've gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the field here in the third, coming out of the break very hot.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
For Los Angeles, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. And he knocks down the first one. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. And finished off by Exum.
Dante Exum is so quick on the drive, an explosive player who takes off for these dunks.
Here's Olsen, and he goes in for the dunk.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Outside, Sexton. Down low. Here's Drummond. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. The shot's good from Olsen.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Exum passes to Osman. Now here's Drummond. Sexton finds Nance. And the pass to Exum. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Bradley's check. There's 1:47 left in the third. A floater. McGee with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. Here is Bell. Pass to Schofield. And he lobs it up. And Thompson kicks to Ivan. Click.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
Olsen passes to LeBron. Floats it up for Davis.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Well, Cleveland shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%.
And for everything that Anthony does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Darius Garland picks one up. That free throw from Olsen. Both free throws good from Olsen.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
The Cavaliers shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Pass to Osman. 44 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Just shoot. Here's Garland. Here's Bell. The shot comes out, and it's the Lakers the other way.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Davis, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
This is what you love about AD. He combines the skill with the great physical attributes. Excellent pump fake.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one drops. And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Osman. He has 5. Pass to Garland. Drops in the tray. Garland's got 11 points. Here's McGee. Misses there. And so it's Los Angeles, holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Tristan Thompson. He's out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Windler in a shooting guard. James in the post. Lays it up and banks it in. LeBron's got 27.
A guy that great, you have to make somebody else beat you. LeBron's been hot tonight.
There's the pass to Windler. To the paint. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. They double him with Drummond. Dudley the pass to Davis. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here. One more at the line.
Those are the plays Davis is capable of making. Much more confident and stronger than what he was when he came into this league.
Waiters checked in for the Lakers. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Elvedova the pass to Drummond. And the shot goes in. 8 points for Andre Drummond.
Leveraging one of their best assets, Drummond's dominance inside.
In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Here's Thompson. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And it's been said that history is written by the victors. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, and in the NBA and basketball in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them. Here's Windler. Plays it up off the glass.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Olsen passes to Davis. He makes his 10th basket. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
See, in the past, the contact might have discouraged Davis, but now he plays right through it.
Pass to Windler. Here's McKinney. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
As a defender, hard to keep up with KCP in transition. He has excellent go.
Here is Dellavedova, guarded by Olsen. Stolen by Waiters. Unhindered, going all the way. He caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Dellavedova is scanning the floor. Passes it to Drummond. Down low, and Thompson throws it down.
Really good hands. Thompson catches the ball well in traffic, then right up in rhythm.
Davis, the lead pass was put in just the right spot. Davis has got 13 points in the second half.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to find.
Pass to Windler. From the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest. But
yes.
I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
Lobbed up there for Drummond, and as the Lakers gain possession.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession of.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Olsen.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Here's Sexton. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point.
And sometimes it seems like Sexton wants to get hit on the way up. He just embraces the challenge.
And with the frequency of three-point shots skyrocketing, Greg, does the drastic change concern you? And should something be done to lessen the dependence these teams have on three?
It's crazy. I mean, we're starting to see teams take more threes than twos. You know, some have said maybe limit fouls on three-pointers to only 2 free throws. That might eliminate some of the flopping on those long-range attempts. But I really feel like this is the evolution of the game, and that three is going vital.
6 to shoot. Here's Windler. No good with the triple. LA's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a win here for Los Angeles.
The biggest factor tonight had to be they shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage, plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love effort tonight.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going the next time they face off.
And you know, what a huge impact he had. Just a monster game for lights out.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Good.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
First free throw is good, and the Lakers making a change here. Davis is checked in. Dante Exum, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Both free throws good from Olsen. There's 37 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now here is Della Vedova. He's covered by Olsen. The pass to McKinney. And here's Bell. The rebound by Pope. And he jams it with authority.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Bell dishes to Exum. Off target from three-point range. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.